I did. I ain't gonna lie. I had this was the worst day I had since I've been working there. I'm gonna talk about why, but
I had a headache. You could do all the talking. I'm finna just be back. I'm gonna make some green beans and baked chicken tonight.
okay.
I need to figure out how Aunt Shirley make hers.
You gonna hey you gonna upload this?
It's live. Didn't you say go live?
Yeah. I mean like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
What you talking about?
I keep thinking this Instagram for some reason. I don't know. It's definitely not. Hey guys, how you doing? Actually, I'm better now, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I had one of the worst days of this year so far. I had a really rough day, and it really put things into perspective for me. And I want to talk about them on live, so I just get this off my chest. And I do believe a lot of y'all will understand where I'm coming from when I talk about this. But today, I really felt like, well, not the first time, but I really felt like I wasn't being viewed as a person and as a man today. I felt like I was being viewed like I was this thing that the company uses. You know, more than most days, I felt like this thing. And today at my job, corporate was in the building. And for a lot of y'all who have jobs that is connected to a corporate office, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. Everybody got to be on their P's and Q's more than...
Everybody act a fool when them darn people come.
More than most days, right? And because corporate was there, the new head guy of my building, the new administrator, put pressure on my manager to ensure that he doubled my duties today. Which, I mean, you know, that wasn't too bad. But the way I was being treated during this day really made me feel like I wasn't being viewed as a person. And I understand this is something that comes standard to a lot of black people, but in the context that they felt comfortable with, how can I put it?
Belittling you?
In so many words, yeah. And I just felt like they were way too comfortable with the, you ever heard like on like Stereotypes when they go like, oh, you missed the spot? How people stand there and point and tell you
like
what
you
to
a
do.
Slave.
Right, and that's how I felt today. And that was rough. I was extremely tired. My lower back, my knees, and my feet were killing me all day. I only had one break, right? Finally, the day's getting ready to end. It's like 2:40. I was supposed to go on break at 2 o'clock. I only had one break, right? Only had one break in an 8-hour shift, not counting the lunch. And when I'm about to go, my boss is telling me, he's like, well, if everything, we'll assess things tomorrow, and hopefully we don't need to go into this full deep dive that we did today. But if it does, then this will be an everyday thing where you doing everything every day. And I said, well, I certainly hope not, because it was very tiresome. He looks at me and goes, you tired? It took everything I had in me not to curse this man out. And not because he asked me if I was tired, but because he insinuated, because I'm a young man, a young black man, that I shouldn't get tired. Ladies and gentlemen who are listening to this, one of the worst things you can do to somebody that's young, that is working. I've been working since I was 19. I've been doing manual labor and service jobs and customer service jobs and stuff like that since I was 19 years of age. I have been trying to work since I graduated high school. I was working full-time while I was in college. This is my 6th job, right? So I'm not shy to manual labor. I used to work at Amazon. For anybody who's ever worked there, you got to grind when you work there.
Hello.
You got to grind. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So for him to insinuate that hurt my feelings, because I really feel like, and a lot of y'all can allude to this, when you're a black man, black man, you're not allowed to get tired. You can't feel fatigue. You can't get
Black women
sad.
too. We're not allowed to say we're tired or we hurting or in pain.
That is true. But especially in the sense of a black man, you are not allowed to get tired or get depressed
or get angry.
No, you're allowed to get angry because they expect that out of you. But you cannot get sad. You can't tell your woman or the people in your family or your loved ones that you don't feel like a man inside.
Or you're unhappy.
That you're unhappy.
Or you're depressed. I'm sorry, that's one of them in black families. My bad.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You feel like you can't, as a man, you feel like you can't go to your, especially if you, like a lot of y'all living with your girlfriends or your wives, you can't go to them and say, baby, I don't feel like a man. I'm depressed. I'm sad. I don't feel like I've accomplished what I should have accomplished at this point in my life as a man. You don't get to say that. Society won't go to you and say, it's okay, we hear you, it'll work out. I need y'all to understand this. Young black men are still in the top 3 archetypes when it comes to people who commit suicide. And only after you committed suicide do people go, oh man, he was struggling. That was a cry for help and nobody here and present. What do they tell you? Man up. Stop bitching. Is what people tell you.
Stop whining.
Stop complaining. Aren't you a man? This is what men do. No, this is not what men do. Jesus even got fatigued. I need y'all to understand that. He was more man than any of us. He got tired. He got fatigued. He felt bad inside. This is why when I go on social media and I see so many people, especially young women, I see them more than anybody else, talking so much negativity and towards black men, like all we are is walking penises that just disrespect everybody around us, take what we want. I'm not some pot smoking, I hate that I said it like that. I'm not some weed smoking repeat offender who don't respect nobody around me and who's afraid to work. I have never been that. I don't come from that. I come from men who work and take care of their kids. One of the first memories I have is my dad teaching me how to ride a bike. One of the first memories I had, I was on the city bus with my mother. Y'all know her. Y'all know Risa. I was on the city bus with her and my oldest sister, Ashley. I had to be like 3 or 4 years old. We were going downtown to go see my dad at work. He was at work doing what he was supposed to be doing, providing for his family. So when I see so many people talking about all black men like we don't work for a living and that we don't deserve moments of being low inside, I have to speak out because that's me you talking about.
Right.
I bust on behind to get out there. I did things the right way. I don't have an arrest record. I don't smoke. I never have. Cigarettes.
Pause, disclaimer. There's nothing wrong with smoking weed. He just saying he don't.
There is when it's illegal.
True.
You still can't smoke weed in the state of Florida, so
I just put
I
that out there.
I understand what you're saying. It's still illegal.
Yeah.
I've never smoked weed. I've never had cuffs on me. I've never been in the back of a police car. I have done things the right way, and there are millions of people like me, young black men who never committed a crime in their life, who've only done what was best for them and their family. But every day I see people crapping on black men. I cannot sit there in all honesty and just take that. I can't. The man inside me won't let me do that. And today it was a bigger reminder of, the things that we fighting for. I did not feel like a person to them. They were way too comfortable with cracking jokes about me being down on my knee cleaning up something.
They say
yes, they did. And the little remarks and the way people look at you and how they expect you to do things for them. That kind of thing comes with being, it's like it comes with being black, and it shouldn't. I can't stand how the world treats black men. I can't stand how the world treats black people, period. But I have to speak specifically as a man because I am a black man. And it is a saying, and is a absolute true saying. One of the most disrespected person on the planet is a black woman. That is true. The only person who would disagree with that is somebody who don't like black people. That is true. But in the same breath, more people need to say also that one of the most disrespected people on the planet absolutely is a black man. More than ever, I wanted to walk out of my job today and I couldn't because the man out of me would not let me just quit. knowing that there's people who count on me. My sister being one of them. Somebody that's counting on me to continue to make the right decision. I want to walk out today.
But what I want to know is what were the jokes that was cracking?
One of the remarks that was made towards me was this lady, and Janae, I swear to God, you would think she was Catherine. Built just like a skinny, short, Caucasian female, blonde hair with a bob, wearing a pantsuit, right? She turns to me and she is watching me clean up this there's water on the ground. She's watching me dry it up with a dry mop. She's watching me do it. She still turns to me. There's a small spot on the ground in front of her. She turns to me and said, "Excuse me, sir, can you please clean this up? I don't want anybody to slip on."
But she saw you cleaning.
She's watching me. She's 6 feet from me.
As
She's
if you was gonna leave it there, like.
She's watching me clean. She just wanted to tell.
Yeah.
She wanted to tell this nigga to clean that up. I said it. She wanted to tell me to do something because she was standing there just talking with her arms folded.
Yeah.
This is why I do talk about the the accomplishments in my life, because people act like you're not supposed to have any. I worked hard. Especially, I went to college.
They don't like the fact that when black people, especially us, accomplish anything.
Right. That's why I talk about it. It's not to brag. It's to let people know I don't have to take this.
Yeah.
I don't have to take that.
Yeah.
I went to school. I graduated from high school.
Even if you didn't, you don't have to take that.
That is very true. Even if you didn't, you don't have to treat people like that.
Right.
I graduated from high school. I went to college. I was forced to drop out for some other personal reasons. I won't go into those. I was forced to drop out. But I went to college. After I dropped out of college, while I was in college, I started a business. I put my money that I earned from my job towards my own company. I started a company. That company is doing better. It's not where I want it to be, but it is a real company. I literally get mail that says, "To the CEO of Deaf Soul Design Company." It's real, and I'm proud of it. I created that. That's mine. I am an educated black man who works hard. So for people to treat you like that because of the color of your skin or the way you look or some preconceptions that they have, it's hurtful. And it makes it worse when people around you, other black people, people in your family, when they insinuate that because you're young, you don't deserve respect, that because you are not supposed to feel fatigue. That was the first time I ever felt like my manager said something to me that was offensive, because he assumed that because I'm young, because he don't know exactly how old I am, he knows I'm younger than he is, that I should be able to just work, and nothing is supposed to be wrong. I'm not supposed to voice any type of opposition towards it. It's frustrating.
So what did you say when he said that? When he was
I told him,
tired?
first I took a pause because I was about to say, no, I was about to curse.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, well, yeah, I'm tired. I said, I've only had one break today. There's a reason why he doesn't do my, because he was basically doing my job with me today. There's a reason why you don't do my job and yours, because there's a level of fatigue that goes with it. So yes, I'm tired. This comes from a lot of older people. You know this.
Yeah.
What you mean you tired? Oh, your back shouldn't be hurting. Your knees shouldn't be hurting. You young.
I can't stand that.
I get it. You've been working longer than me. You were born before me. I can't control that.
And I don't give a shit. If I'm tired, I'm tired.
10-year-olds get tired. I need y'all to understand that. 10-year-olds get tired.
We was in elementary school, middle school, high school. We got tired.
You don't ever invalidate somebody's feelings like that. Like, they're not supposed to be tired. That frustrated the crap out of me, because I'm like, you know what I do in this place. I'm not some slouch. I don't just sit on my behind. I get it. Your boss is putting pressure on me, so you were being forced, putting pressure on you.
And you being
so
an asshole.
Forced. No, because he wasn't. That was just some ideal that a lot of older people have. And it's incredibly frustrating. That was the kind of day I had. It just really made me feel like I was some office equipment to them. That you could just keep pushing a button, I'll just keep going until my gears blow out. I'm not about to let you blow my gears out, because I know I have a marketable skill that would earn me, tangible dividends. So I'm not going to let you treat me less than that. I am never going to let anybody treat me less than what I am. I am a man. I'm a black man. I'm an educated black man. I started my own business. I went to school. I worked hard. I filled out my applications. I did what I was supposed to do. I stayed out of trouble. Because I've done these things, you are not going to disrespect me. You are not going to put me down. You are not going to make me feel like less than I am on any day. That goes for family members included. Not that my immediate family has ever made me feel like that. That's not what I'm saying. But there have been uncles, aunts, grandparents who have said things like that. Make it seem like, oh, you need to do what we did. Yes, you had to work like a slave.
But I guarantee you, even at your age, they were tired. They only saying that because that's what they heard at that age.
Because you are flesh, bone, and bone with bodily fluids. You're not designed to work for hours and hours and hours on end with no consequences. No human being is. Your horse is supposed to stop and eat and drink sometimes. So why would you expect some person who's not as strong or as durable as a horse to not feel fatigue? That's ridiculous. I just need y'all to understand, take notice, and put out a more positive ideal towards black men. I see way an uncanny amount of negativity towards black men on social media and in the world and in the eyes of society. This is why I'm so vocal about it. It is simply not true. Our father was there the entire time. So that rhetoric about all men not caring about their families and not taking care of their families, it is a lie. There are millions, I said it, millions of black men who have been there from the jump. Some of them die. That doesn't mean they didn't care about their families. Some die, and they unfortunately leave their families without them. I'm going to say it all day, every day. My dad took care of us. My dad worked from the time he was a teenager up until now. He worked. Morning, noon, and night, he worked. He was there. My dad was the one who taught me multiplication. No disrespect to my mother. I'm just saying. He was the one who taught me multiplication. He taught me how to ride a bike, how to tie my shoes. He taught me how to fight. I need y'all to know that. My dad got up 5, 6 in the morning to take me and my sisters, and my school. Mama did it too when she could do it. Took us to school. He was one that made sure we got to school on time for the FCAT. I'll never forget that. We got pulled over and all because he was speeding to make sure we got there on time.
I remember that.
This is why I will let nobody, my ex-girlfriend included, I cussed her out about that too because she was, for 30 straight minutes, talking so much trash about how much she can't stand men. And I'm like, am I a joke to you? Am I a joke to you? I'm not about to let you talk about black men in a negative light at all. If you're going to talk about black men in a negative, say half of men ain't shit. That is the truth. Just like half of women ain't shit.
Facts.
Half of women don't want to work. Half of men don't want to work. We are not all walking penises that don't care about people around us, that use people around us, that don't want to work, that don't have any education, that are repeat offenders that stay in and out of jail. We are not all like that. Not all women are like that. Not all anybody is like that.
You can't put everybody in one category.
You cannot put everybody in one category, and that's exactly how I was treated today. And it made me, and it's sickening. And you don't want to give people the satisfaction of going off on them, because then you are exactly what they treating you like. A nigga. That is exactly what an angry black man. That is exactly what you would be if you go off on them. So you have to be tactful.
And what? And
go ahead.
And what gets me with that is sometimes them MFers be needing a good cussing out, and that's what make you mad, because you can't go off them, because then you're gonna be exactly what they think you are. And then sometimes that small part of you be like, look, I don't give a shit. You being disrespectful, you overstepping, and I just hate that we can't defend ourselves without being looked as angry. We can't defend ourselves as being looked at as, oh, we weak, we a quitter, or we, or we giving up. I can't stand that. But see, when, Straight up. When white people do it, it's they taking a step back. Or they're putting their health first, or they're thinking of themselves first, they're thinking of their family first, or they're defending themselves. When it comes to us, we always get the short end of the stick. We don't get that same treatment, and that's what irritates me. And I had to learn a lot of that. Pretty much what Darian felt today. I used to feel that at my old job working at a hotel. A lot of real uppity people. We had different managers and sales people we had to work up under, and they treat you like that. I know a good handful of them. They talk to you any kind of way.
Janae can attest to this because she used to work directly with me when we were at the hotel. I have a long history of going off on my bosses and my supervisor. Not in a disrespectful way. But the thing about me as my person is because I know where I come from. I know my parents raised me a certain way. They put me through school. I graduated. I worked hard. I earned this job. And because I have that knowledge, because I know my background, because I know who I am, I'm completely self-aware. I could give a damn about somebody's title. I don't care how many stars you have on your uniform. I don't care the position, the title. I don't care how much money you make a year. I don't care how good your sex is. I don't care who it is. You will not on any day treat me like less than I am. An educated black man. You will not treat me less than that. I will go off on you. I told the general manager in front of all his subordinates, standing in a big circle in the middle of the atrium. Janae was there. I told him to his face, I don't give a damn who you are. Don't talk to me like that. You will not speak to me like that. I don't care. I'm the boss. I don't care. You bleed when shot. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy with them, our bosses, like our banquet manager, our some of the salespeople, they'll
tell you.
They're like, the owners are here. Or they're like, when they say something,
and
smile.
I'll let her tell it. Janae, what did I used to say when they used to say that?
I used to be like, so?
So?
But the thing is, they all used to get so tense. I don't give a shit. Look, first of all, I'm going to do the same shit I was doing before the motherfuckers came here. And then, first of all, anybody in that building know I used to work my ass off. For real, when I didn't need no banquet captain over me telling me what to do, I knew how to do my job. And that's why me and both of my former banquet managers, we became close. And I mean close. Like, they got, you know what I'm saying? We became real tight because they know what type of hard workers we really were and what type of good people we were.
I told my new supervisor the day she started in front of her boss, while all of us were standing there, you will not micromanage us, period.
And
because to me, micromanagement is a form of harassment. If you can't trust me to do my job, you should never have employees.
And they tried to get our boss, to do that, pretty much micromanage us.
Our
because
manager,
of what they heard from, previous people.
Our department director instilled in her that she needed to be the hammer to drive us. I explained to her very politely that we're self-motivated. We are the only department in the whole building that can operate without a supervisor.
Charlie Mack said, until you can sign your own check, you're going to stay mad.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I don't know what he mean by that. Just go ahead, because he sound like he being a smart ass.
Until you can sign your own
basically
check.
Saying
until you're your own boss, just deal with it.
That's basically what they saying.
I understand that works for you, but black people have not been slaves for hundreds of years now.
And
because of that, I will not just.
I'm not finna just.
I will not just shut up and dribble. And y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. I will not just shut up and dribble. If that's how you operate, if that works for you, that's your business. This ain't about me being mad. This is about what I will and will not tolerate as a human being, as an educated black person. This is what I will not tolerate. I will not tolerate mistreatment in any form from anybody at any given time in any space. If you do, that's your business. If you feel like you have to take shit from somebody because they have a point they're trying to make with their title, that's your business.
Pause. I think y'all missing the point of what Darian's saying, because this lady just said, I think he's saying become your own boss. No shit, we want to become our own boss.
The thing
That's
is,
not what the hell we talking about.
and clearly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think y'all were listening earlier when I said
y'all
it.
can't be listening.
I just sat here and told you that I am my own boss. I just sat here and told you that. Again, I literally get mail that says to the CEO of Deaf Soul Design Company, I am its founder and creative director. I am my own boss. Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't make enough money to where I don't have to have a job, a day job as well. But I am my own boss. That also has nothing to do with what I just said. And from what your response is, I'm getting the feeling like you're one of those people who is against what I'm saying. You do not have to sit there and take crap from somebody because they have a position or title because they make more money than you. That has never been the case. That has never been true.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, Starla. I know you was trying to say, oh, he's saying become your own boss. That's not what he. That's not
what he was saying.
That's not what he was saying.
That's not what he was saying. And yes, your slighted comment kind of irritated me. I'm not even gonna say a lie. Your slighted comment kind of irritated me. Again,
I've been self-employed since I was 20. You want a cookie, Charlie?
What are you trying to say?
You want a cookie? I promise you I don't give a shit. Congratulations.
Now listen. I get what you coming from. The statement remains. I don't care who you are, what you have accomplished. I don't care how many degrees you have, PhDs. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care if you are my boss's boss. I don't care. You are not going to treat me like less than I am on any day. I don't understand what about that you didn't get. I will always be opposed and abrasive to anybody that treats me like less than a man. You will respect me or I will not be around you. I will not offer my services to you if you can't respect me as a man.
Colin said, did you let your boss know how you felt?
Yes. And I always will let my boss know how I feel. When I feel like I'm being treated less than we agreed upon, because that's on every job application, that's in every workspace, that you will be treated as a person in the workspace. Anytime I feel like I'm not being treated that, you will hear my mouth. Yeah.
Now, that's one thing I can say. For me personally, at me working at Amazon, I will say, for the most part, they do treat everybody like, like they humans. However, I do feel like, and this is not the managers, it's Amazon's policy, from higher up. Some of their rules and stuff is it's like, okay, y'all need to realize we are human and we do get tired. That's kind of like overdoing it. But as far as like the managers, I will say I don't have no complaints. But at my old job, I know exactly what Darian's talking about because I experienced that more than a few times.
I need you to understand, just because somebody's a level 1 associate, that doesn't mean
that don't give you the right to treat them like trash.
Them. That does not, just because somebody's a level 1 associate.
Them low level people, they helping you keep your business open. Them low level people, you wouldn't have none of that shit if you ain't had the people working for you.
And last year was the perfect example of that, because a lot of people who make $250,000 a year or more lost their companies. Why? Because their employees couldn't come to work. That was the biggest evidence of that was 2020. Chuck E. Cheese is no longer a business. Why? Because their employees can't come to work.
Kevin, 2021, I get discriminate being ain't gay because everyone promote rainbow tolerance.
You're both.
She said you both cute.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I really do.
I understand where you guys coming from. Just because you are the boss, you shouldn't disrespect your employees. Exactly.
No, more than anything, you should be the biggest motivators and you should be the most uplifting person towards your level 1 associates when you are the boss. Why? Because if you are a hard worker like you claim to be as the boss, that means you are the most recognizable face in the company. To continue receiving revenue, to continue to have your business afloat, you need to do what? Make sure your people can and want to work there.
I think that's spam. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's spam. What?
I'm just putting on until I hang up.
Yeah, we're not gonna beat a dead horse. This is me just getting this off my chest about the kind of day that I had, and for me to hopefully instill in others what the type of environment that we live in, the things that we see, the type of thing. Oh, I'm getting tongue tied. The types of things that we experience. To give y'all perspective more than anything. Janae and I are both young. We're both on the verge of 30. We're not absolutely there yet. I'm 29, she's 27. And in that short period of time, we have seen it. The kind of things that we're fighting for as people. She and I both did things the right way. We went to school. We worked hard. We went to college. She graduated from college. I didn't. I started a business. I did things the hard way. I did things the legal way. And because that is a fact, there's only a certain way that you're going to treat us. The second that we feel like we're being mistreated, yes, we're going to have a serious problem with it. And you will hear our mouths. So this idea that we should just suck it up is bullshit. That is never going to be a thing. I am not going to ever just suck it up when somebody's mistreating me. That's never going to fly. I'm sorry. If you allow people to disrespect you because you feel like it'll work out for you in the long run, you're fooling yourself. They will never respect you if you don't respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself enough to have a line that you draw in the sand where you won't let somebody cross that, that's your business. You will never be respected in somebody's eyes. I know y'all see it in movies and on TV shows. There's always that one guy in the office who everybody sits around and they talk crap about. Who everybody sits around and dumps their work on them. Why? Because they feel like you're a pushover. You allow the boss to run you up the wall. You allow the boss to treat you like less than a man. For him to talk to you like you're small. You saw it in Horrible Bosses, Janae. Mm-hmm. What did he tell him? He said, and I quote, "You're my bitch. Don't walk around here acting like you have free will because you don't. I could crush you whenever I want." He felt comfortable to say that to him because he allows people to disrespect him. Mm-hmm. And the day that comes out of any man's mouth, you will no longer have a mouth.
Listen, anybody will keep disrespecting you if you let them.
Even nice people will disrespect you if you let them.
Anybody gonna try you if you let them. And that's why you gotta. And listen, you ain't got to cuss nobody. No. You can even tell them off without even using any cuss words. You just have to let people know not to overstep. Like, hold on, pump the brakes. We're not gonna be disrespectful. That's literally all we saying here. Cause I know I had to check a few of my bosses when I worked at the hotel. I'm like, hold on now. Listen. Everybody know I was nice there. I'm a goofy, fun person. But you're not gonna sit there and treat me as if I'm the damn help, or like I owe you some shit. Because I ain't gonna never forget. I had where he asked us the
Who?
I ain't gonna put his name in this video, but he asked one of us to go through the trash to get something because we had mistakenly threw it out or something like that. Remember
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and then he asked. I think he asked Daddy, and Dad was like, "I ain't finna do that." And he's like, "Don't ask me to do something you wouldn't do," because he knew he wasn't finna get his ass in there and get it either.
Absolutely.
And yeah, because he used to stay sharp, bow tie, everything. And he wasn't finna climb in that dumpster and get it. No. He says, "Yeah, we're gonna have to go through the trash again." Who? Oh, because we niggas, so you think we finna... No. And don't get me wrong, the man was a nice guy, cool.
But again...
But like we said,
even nice people will
try you if you let them. No, you're not, no. Hell, I ain't no dog. I'm not no raccoon. I ain't going through nothing. And did he go in there and get it? No, he didn't.
But that's the day we had. Well, that's the day I had, y'all. I just had to get that off my chest and give y'all just a glimpse of the type of when you are a working class person.
All right, y'all. We finna head in. We just wanted to talk to y'all about that real quick.
Is there any way for us to read the comments after the fact? Because there's a lot of them we made.
Yeah, we can read it once we hang it up.
Okay. We're sorry we didn't respond to everybody.
I know we didn't respond, but we will go back.